Hi, this is Andrew with Askimo TV, and I have a very fun guest with me today, Dr. Stevanne Auerbach. She's trained in child development, psychology, education, and special education, and is one of the nation's leading professionals on children's play and educational toys. She's known as Dr. Toy and is the author of Smart Play, Smart Toys, How to Raise a Child with a High PQ, Play Quotient. Dr. Toy, thanks for being with us today.
Oh, thank you, Andrew. It's a pleasure to be here, and I'm very happy to be talking about my favorite subject, play and toys. I'm playing with the toy right now.
Well, the subject we're going to talk about in this segment is educating parents about play and toys. So what information is out there to help parents become more aware of the power of play and toys in their child's development?
Well, I'm glad you asked me that question, and that's why I took the time out to write a book called Smart Play, Smart Toys, How to Raise a Child with a High PQ, Play Quotient. I've covered the whole area of development, types of toys to play with, and suggestions for parents at each age. So I cover baby, toddlers, preschool, and older children, and special needs, and a lot of other things that are in the book. It's very fortunate that the book has been now available in 12 countries. And what my goal is to reach parents everywhere with the importance of play, because it's probably one of the most important ways that parents and children can relate to each other. After food and the basics, playing and relating with one another, integrating play and parenting is a very important experience. And, you know, we don't get courses in parenting, but it's part of our learning process to learn why play is so important, why toys fit and how they help children, and how parents can facilitate play, as well as teachers and grandparents. Play is essential to all children, and so the book grows with the child and is valuable to help parents understand more about play. And we also have a website which parents can learn more about on drtoy.com.
How can educating parents about play help them to nurture children to regard play as a lifelong activity and not something that should end up when they hit puberty?
Well, it's a good question, because the whole purpose of play and toys is that we think about it not just for babies and toddlers, but it's a developmental process that begins early with the simplest toys like rattles and teething toys, to learning to build things with blocks, and as the child develops, learning to do more complicated construction projects, things that become more complex and require more skills. So there are thousands of toys that are possible, and making the selections based on what's available, what your child's interested in. And as you get older, games and puzzles are very important for seniors for their mind and development as well. So it helps keep your mind sharp when you're playing. So toys are not just for children, they're for all ages.
To what extent should play be encouraged in school, and what role do teachers play in child's play?
Well, I'm glad you asked that, because I think it's very important that teachers understand that play is a natural part of children's learning, and play happens naturally in the playground, happens in the classroom when parents and children and teachers come together around play. They can learn chess, and that helps the child's mind and helps them to apply those skills to other subjects. That's an example of something that's become much better recognized as an important tool for learning. It's important that teachers use play as part of their learning process. They learn a lot of techniques, but play is very much an important part of the child's life. So they need to play on the playground, and they need to play in the classroom as well. And toys, educational toys, are very much a part of all of this. just like technology can be used in that way as well.
Should developing a child's ability to play be something that teachers should be educated and trained in?
Absolutely. Teachers need not only to learn child development and skills as being teachers and practical things, but they need to learn how to use games in the classroom, how to use a puzzle, how to use puppets and other ways of helping children learn, because children have such a range of abilities and skills themselves, and some need more help in some areas. And so using the right toy can really help them to gain the abilities of doing math or science and other subjects in the curriculum. It directly relates to learning.
Great, Dr. Toy. I want to thank you very much for contributing to this segment, Educating Parents in Play. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Andrew. There's so much to talk about when it comes to this subject, but I'm really happy to be with you. Thank you.
You did great. Thank you.